don't miss the series premiere of Elusive Outdoors. December 29th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on the Pursuit Channel.
This week, we're headed to Washington State for a muzzleloader mule deer hunt with Jared Gibbons.
Yeah, I got a call from Andy. I don't really remember what Andy said after muzzleloader, mule deer, black bear, king salmon, because I was already off packing my bags ready to get on this trip.
So as soon as we landed in Seattle, we headed east towards Yakima and the Hansford Reach area of the Columbia River to hook up with Brett Nearing in real-time fishing to fish for some king salmon. This was an exceptional opportunity, and we just had to take advantage of it.
All right, first one spot. That was a fun one. All right, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get it. Nice fish. Nice job. Good job, man.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go. The bread is up. Very nice.
That is nice. After we loaded up the boat with salmon, we headed north about 2 hours for the mule deer hunt.
Yeah, we got to Okanagan Valley, and we actually had a day before muzzleloader season opened, so Andy got us set up on a black bear hunt.
This black bear hunt was another added surprise that we didn't expect. And Jason, who guided us on this hunt, is one of the most knowledgeable and unique guides I've ever hunted with in the Northwest. I don't think Casey and I knew what we were in for.
That's the back part of his foot. It's his back foot. Shade of those pine trees, or the shade of those pine trees, just to stay out of the flies. It's cool. I'm hoping they come up through, filter into here so we can see them good. I'd like to get a size on them before we go. You know, if we're down there in the bottom and break one out, he's fair game. But if we can get a couple of them up in here, and you can take a pick of which one you want to shoot, that's what I'm looking for. But sometimes that's only a dream, fairy tale world.
Going to hunt these rock canyons, these draws right behind us, and hopefully get us a black bear today.
Up here on this point, so we have a good view all the way around us of some bear hopefully coming out of either this draw up into these fingers or up out of this draw and getting up into the timber. We got probably an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe light, so we need to move fast through here as fast as we can, so let's do it. That's a bear pit right here. Stayed in here when it was nice and cool. Now he's at feet.
We hunted really hard and gave it everything we had, but at the end of the day, we just came up empty.
It was absolutely exhausting, but the scenery on this hunt was unreal. At one point, we could see Canada, 2 ridges to our north. No bear, but what an amazing day.
During this hunt, we actually jumped a very large mule deer at the top of the mountain, and it whet our appetite for the next morning's hunt.
Elusive Outdoors is brought to you by Sendera Funding. Live your life. Love your mortgage.
Great locations are great locations, but sometimes it's the knowledge and the experience of the guide you're hunting with that makes all the difference.
Yeah, having never hunted in the Northwest, this was completely new to me. And having to film in an unfamiliar area, that's pretty tough. But our guide did a great job of letting me know what to expect over every ridge.
Jared Gibbons knows mule deer, but he also knows just about everything there is to know about hunting and fishing in the state of Washington, period.
Here at Okanagan Valley Guide Service, we offer a whole bunch of things. We offer things from deer hunting to turkey hunting to bear hunting, quail. Summertime we're fishing for salmon all summer and sockeye. So we have a lot of things to do up here pretty much year round. In the state of Washington, anybody can come here and hunt anytime they want. Unlike the draws in Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, you have to draw to hunt in those certain areas. If you want to come hunt, you can come hunt Washington at any time. You're guaranteed a tag to hunt here.
Before heading out on our mule deer hunt, we wanted to get Andy a little time at the range.
Yeah, not only was this a muzzleloader hunt, but it was an open sight muzzleloader hunt. So we wanted to get comfortable with this gun and essentially get everything settled down before we headed out the next morning for the hunt.
Pretty high. When you hold it.
Went out perfect.
See how close my eye.
It didn't take too long for me to start getting nervous. I realized it was going to be a challenge to get the guide, hunter, and cameraman all in muzzleloader range.
Yeah, we had found some really good deer, but the problem was they were up on the side of a ridge, and as we inched towards them, they could see us coming the whole way. So we realized really quick this wasn't going to be easy. We had 3 good days to hunt, and after studying the situation, it was obvious we were going to have a little patience to get on these deer at range.
But if it was going to take a few days, what a place for the challenge. I mean, we were soaking it in for sure.
Elusive Outdoors is brought to you by Sendera Funding. Live your life. Love your mortgage.
bucks up ahead about 1,000 yards up on this hillside. And we got a doe down a little bit further, maybe 300 yards. There's deer everywhere up in here. We're just looking for a specific one. So early morning, hopefully we can find them up in that sage.
All right, y'all, here's what we did this morning. We came into this, what looks like a football stadium for deer here. We came up over the hump and immediately, right out of the truck, 200 yards in, we saw a deer crossing and started seeing a lot of activity. So we came down and we started looking at these other little fingerlings and checked some cameras and saw a buck on there that had just moved in.
He is. Yeah, he's a nice 4x3 buck. You know, one eye guard, a lot bigger than some of the other bucks that have been in here. So I think that's a buck that I think we should hold out for, and he should come in tonight. You know, heck, you know, he was here, you know, this morning and late last night. So
Just a matter of getting in the right draw and catching him.
exactly, you know, they've been using this draw religiously, and so we're gonna just probably build up a blind and everything and sit there and we'll wait for him to come down.
Okay.
I think these bucks are going to come in this draw right here. But we don't know. They may come in this draw right here, so we're going to set up a little bit higher so we get a little space either way. I call the location, so if it's a bust, it's on me.
After we settled into the blind that afternoon, it wasn't long before deer started coming down the draw, just the way we planned it.
We saw a lot of deer working their way down this draw. This was looking like a really good strategy.
Felt like it was just a matter of time before the right deer was going to come down. And when we looked up, here came a possibility walking down the draw. It was good to see a buck come into range, but with this increased activity and one day left in the hunt, I decided to hold out just a little bit longer. But to be honest, it was getting late in the hunt and I was getting a little bit nervous.
Elusive Outdoors is brought to you by Sendera Funding. Live your life. Love your mortgage.
We didn't have any luck that final morning.
The evening hunts seemed to be more active anyway, so we were anxious to get back out and get settled in after lunch. This was a great spot and we had a lot of faith it was going to produce. Here's how the area was laid out. We built a brush blind on the top of the ridge with a large draw in front of us. The draws all funneled to a river with scattered apple and pear trees along the way. If the deer came down the main draw in front of us, we would have them at 50 yards, which is perfectly within range.
I have never seen a deer bed down right in front of me like that. It was crazy.
This deer was about 200 yards across the draw, bedded down, just basically staring at us, but didn't know we were there, so we couldn't move for about 45 minutes. After an eternity, he finally gets up and looks like he's gonna make his way down the draw. So as this deer started making its way down the draw, I was still on the fence as whether or not I was going to take him. But when he started working a scrape right in front of us to perfection, I turned and told Jared, I'm going to take this deer.
He's toast. So, yep, give him a sec. He's gonna go down.
Freaking last minute. Bring on, buddy. Last minute. The sun's going down. I didn't know if we were gonna see one.
That'll work, man.
That'll work.
Last day.
Muzzle load. Awesome.
What was that, about 42 yards?
It's about 35 yards.
35
right
yards.
on top of us.
Good work, man. That's awesome. Right on. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Heck yeah.
A little action going on there.
It is.
So we're here on day 3 with Okanagan Valley Guide Service and Jared Gibbons on this piece of property we've been hunting for the past 3 days. We came up in here tonight and this deer started moving in on the ridgeline across the way on the half pipe, and decided to bed down right in front of us about 130 yards off. And once the sun went down and it cooled off, he decided to move on down into the half pipe and move down towards the valley and came right in front of us, broadside. You stopped him.
Perfect classic mule deer hunt, man. You know, just like you said, he came down, stopped 35 yards from us, gave him a bleat. Done deal, man. You know, too bad that other buck didn't show up and come after him, but you know, being last day and all, man, this will do, man.
No, this worked out really, really good. It's a really nice looking deer, and right at dusk, just classic, just worked out perfect.
All of us here, we were really happy to have the Elusive Outdoor guys here come hunt with us. I mean, the buck they took, I consider that an average buck that we took. We were gonna get some bigger, we're gonna get some smaller, but we tried for a bigger one, it just didn't work out. But the buck we got, it was a good representable, kind of what we have around here.
That was an absolute adventure, Andy. Thank you for letting me tag along.
Yeah, a great trip. I mean, again, to be able to king salmon fish bear hunt and mule deer hunt all in the same trip inside the continental United States. I had a great time.
Thanks to Real-Time Fishing and Okanagan Valley Guide Service, two first-class operations that made this trip very special. We can't wait to get back.
On the next episode of Elusive Outdoors.
We got 2 more days of doe season here in this county in Texas, and me and my boy have been trying like crazy to get any deer.